Oh my God, this series looks so amazing. Thank you, Knives. I couldn't have said it better myself. Hi guys, I'm Bayfund. And before we get started, yes, I am one of those gigantic losers that made Scott Pilgrim a huge part of their lives when they first saw it. I love this franchise and the series so much. It was my introduction into this world, into this entire culture that I've never known about. I legitimately reacted in almost the same exact way as Knives when she first sees Sex Bomb. That was my experience watching Scott Pilgrim for the first time and learning that music and movies and clothing could really be badass. It has influenced me in ways that I don't think any other thing has really been able to do. I mean, I even learned how to do the mouth thing that Julie's able to do. If that ain't commitment, then I don't know what the hell is. But here we stand many years later with this new trailer for Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, an 8-episode series that's gonna be released on Netflix. And it's shaping up to look like every Scott Pilgrim fan's dream. Brian Lee O'Malley's masterpiece looks like it's gonna be fully adapted in all of its glory here in this anime. And everyone involved in this is just making the entire thing better. For starters, I gotta talk about the cast. Usually when reboots, remakes, and revivals say that they're gonna bring back actors to reprise their roles, they're only able to bring back a handful of them. Not everyone, but it's nice to see the people that are coming back. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off goes the extra mile, because this is everyone coming back. And that is no exaggeration here. Scott, Ramona, his friends, the 7 evil exes, they're all here. And that's probably one of the most unbelievable things about this entire project, because these people haven't just stagnated and just stayed in one place. They have grown and reached levels that I don't think they even expected. Chris Evans was Captain America. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Michael Cera was goddamn Alan.
He's just Alan.
Yeah, I'm confused about that.
And I don't know if you guys have seen Succession, probably one of the best TV shows of all time, but Kieran coming back to play Wallace just brings the warmest feeling to my heart. He was my favorite character, and just seeing him come back here is wonderful. And even Mary Elizabeth Winstead is here too. She's now married to
Fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
and is playing Hera in Ahsoka. Everyone in this cast has gone on to just have amazing careers. So the fact that they're coming back for this animated project is just mind-blowing. This is a prime example of actors loving something that they've been in. I just love that they love Scott Pilgrim as much as the fans do. Because if this was any other project, I think it'd be hard to get the entire main cast to come back. Not to mention, we've also got Edgar Wright as the executive producer for this as well. And I'm just like, damn, this is really like a successor of the original movie. For the style and the aesthetic of everything, this is probably the best news for the anime. And I think this leads me to move on to who's producing this anime. Because the anime studio that Netflix got is Science Saturn. And if you don't just automatically recognize that name, I get you. It's not one of the big ones that's thrown around every 5 minutes, you know? It's not a Mappa, it's not a Studio Bones. But that doesn't mean you don't know it's anime, because I'm almost goddamn certain you do. Their repertoire is iconic at the very least. They've done bangers like Devilman Crybaby, Ping Pong the Animation, Ride Your Wave, and The Night is Short, Walk On Girl, and many more as well. This choice of studio seems to have proven to be amazing, because I think they're able to capitalize on the aesthetic of their projects greatly. I mean, just look at how this trailer frames every single thing here. The visuals are drop dead gorgeous. I used to think that the peak of animation that Scott Pilgrim could have was something that was already done. Because way back, to promote the movie, there was an animation that was released on Adult Swim that looked great. It was fantastic, and it's pretty much what I imagined this series to really look like. That one was an identical one-to-one take on how the comic book series looked like. I thought that you couldn't go any more comic accurate than how it is here. I thought this was pretty much the limit of what you could really do with the series. You've got the original voice actors playing the roles. You pretty much got the comic books just come to life. That's it right there. That level of comic book accuracy seems to have been heightened to 11. The character designs look perfect, just as though it's been lifted from the page onto the screen, but with so much more life and vibrancy to it. The fluidity of how everyone moves in this kind of brings that animation on Adult Swim to shame. They were able to do what they could back then, but here they have a lot more resources and a lot more time, so it comes out looking absolutely beautiful. The atmosphere looks as though it's been captured perfectly from the comic as well. We catch a pretty big glimpse of scenes that are only in the comic, and it looks like they've done them justice here. The vibrancy in the colors and how everything feels, it is so accurate accurate to when you're reading this in color. It is more faithful than you can pretty much get in everything else. And you know that amazing animation doesn't just hit the same if it doesn't have an amazing soundtrack as well. And this goes double for Scott Pilgrim here. And I'm delighted to say that Sex Bomb is back. Pretty much the thing that just paralyzed me when I first saw this teaser, because I was just so blown back by how fantastic it all sounds again. If we're talking about the best fictional bands of all time, Sex Bombs is my number one. I mean, there's a reason I bought this deluxe version of the vinyl, because I wanted to hear everything as crisp as I could. Sex Bomb is Sex Bomb, and they are iconic. I wonder if Beck's gonna be doing some of the music for this too, like if he's gonna play his hand in producing some of the tracks. I guess we'll have to see on that. But with this track, it still sounds exactly as how it sounded for the movie. I've got absolutely zero complaints. The only things that I have now are more so questions. Like, are they gonna be reusing some lines of dialogue from the movie? The only reason I say this is because that line at the end where we actually hear Knives talk, that sounded identical to how it did in the movie. So unless she's able to perfectly say the same exact line in the exact cadence as the original, I don't know. I would say definitely not impossible though. And I would think as well, if the 8 episodes are long enough to get the entire story, I would definitely think they'd be able to do it, but maybe they're gonna be saving some stuff for like maybe a potential season 2, or it could just be one and done. Put the best animation, best music, best everything out there and then just leave it be. I would not be opposed to that at all. And now the only thing left to do is to wait until November 17th when this comes out. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that it was able to come out so quick, because with all the writers and actor strikes going on, I thought that we weren't gonna get to see this for quite a number of years. Since the series was only greenlit in March, I guess they really had to haul ass to get this out. But then again, it's only 8 episodes. So regardless, I'm hyped. This looks amazing, and Netflix needs to pay its actors. As a Scott Pilgrim fan and as an anime fan, I just could not be more delighted than I am right now. And with that, I'll leave it to you guys. What did you guys think about this trailer and this news and everything that you've seen so far? I'd like to know down in the comments below. And as always, I was Bayfond. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.